Good morning, everyone. You can really hear me because it doesn't sound like it up here. Okay, good. Hi. That's great. Good morning, everyone. Well, it's just a nice in Santa Monica. Welcome to the Santa Monica Pier on this gorgeous Veterans Day as we come together to honor and celebrate the veterans in our lives and in our community. Would all the veterans here with us today please stand so we can recognize you in your service?
Is something that was in the National Defense Authorization Act, and it becomes effective today. So today, all veterans and Gold Star families will have access to lifetime free passes to our nation's national parks. And then third, in my congressional district specifically, I was very pleased that one of the first laws I got passed under the Obama administration was to have a whole new master plan at the West Los Angeles VA, one of our nation's largest hospitals. That plan is now taking shape and taking effect. A few months from now, a number of buildings are going to open, and at its full build-out, it's going to house over 1,200 veterans who are homeless. I also want to take this opportunity to thank all the other folks who serve our state, city, country, and nation who are in uniform, our police officers and our firefighters. Every day they enter a job that they know they could put their life at risk to save someone else. So thank you for that. So now I want to ask you all, why do we support veterans? I mean, is it just because it's the right thing to do? Well, yes, it is actually the right thing to do, right? They served our nation and they put their lives at risk. But the other reason we do this is because we have an all-volunteer military. I previously served in active duty in the United States Air Force. I then stayed in the reserves. I retired last year at the rank of colonel. And it was very clear that we have an amazing military, but it depends on people who want to sign up and enter our armed forces. And if they see that we treat veterans badly, it's going to be a disincentive for people who want to enter our nation's military. So helping our veterans helps our active duty retain, attract, and recruit incoming new personnel, and that helps our national security. And I do want to thank General Cushing, who is here today, for your service to our country, and for all the Army personnel here who serve our country, and also those who are responsible for recruiting new folks to join our U.S. military. And so when you support veterans, not only is it the right thing to do, it helps our national security. So I want to thank everyone here who does that. And now let me just conclude a little bit about what my district office can do for you. If, for example, you are a veteran or know a veteran and you think that you were denied benefits or a check didn't arrive that you should have received from the VA, please contact our office. We'll help you. If any of you need to travel and you also realize that your passport is going to expire next week, give us a call. We can go ahead and get you an emergency passport. If you're not getting your Social Security check or Medicare check or any other issue with a federal agency, please contact me or my staff. My district director Nico is here, as well as my staff member Janet, and we will assist you. So with that, thank you so much for inviting me to speak, and thank you all for helping our veterans who have served our nation, the greatest nation in the world. Have a great day.
I have to move it down. I'm a little short. Good morning, everyone. My name is Colleen Davis. I currently serve on the Santa Monica City Council, and I want to echo Mayor Himmelrich's statement that we're so glad that we could all be here today to honor those who have made the decision voluntarily to serve this nation in uniform. It's my pleasure to be here with you. I have a son and a daughter-in-law who are currently active duty military serving in the Army. One day they'll be veterans, and as Representative Blue said, it's important for them as well as everyone in this country to recognize that people who took that oath voluntarily to lay down their lives for our country deserve to be treated not only with the utmost respect, but by giving them the benefits that they've earned with their service to our country. I want to take a moment off script a little bit here to say not only is today Veterans Day, but it is also National Military Families Month. And while we honor the sacrifices of veterans today, we need to remember, and I've learned this with a son and daughter-in-law in the Army, that their families and loved ones and friends and supporters also make sacrifices, whether it's a missed birthday or holiday, worrying about a loved one who's been put in harm's way, or simply just knowing that someone has made the promise to lay down their life for our country can be taxing on a family and friends, mothers, fathers, sisters, brothers, children. And so if you know someone in the military, please tell them thank you for their service, but more importantly, thank their families as well. They serve, as do all. So after the challenges of the last 2.5 years, it is wonderful to be here in person in this gorgeous place and honoring the people who dedicated their lives to serving our country. To our veterans and their families, thank you for your valor, your love of country, and your dedication to putting country above self. Your service has shaped the lives of every person here today, and indeed every citizen of our country. Now, although we know Memorial Day is to honor those who lost their lives in service to our country, and Veterans Day is to honor those who proudly served, I would like to take a moment of silence to honor those who did lose their lives, as well as our living veterans, just to show our respect for them. So if you'll join me in a few seconds of silence, I would appreciate it. Thank you. In moments like this one, like the ones we find ourselves in now, service has never been more essential to our humanity, nor has the need for us to support each other and lift up one another. In the armed forces, individuals from different backgrounds come together and find common ground so they can work together for the goal of defending our country from those who would cause it harm, and defending freedom around the world. And I think that spirit of unity is a great example of how we can move forward together as a country to begin healing and recovering and figuring out ways to make this country work for all of us in new and better ways. Please take time this month to reach out to veterans in your life, offer a personal thank you. Better yet, do it every day, not just today, not just this month, but every day. And show your gratitude by supporting groups, services, and policies that center the needs of veterans. I know, for example, today we've been joined by Meals on Wheels West, our local Meals on Wheels provider, who has a number of veterans within their service area. And I'd like to give them a round of applause because they too serve. Now it's my pleasure to introduce Scott Painter, a proud Army veteran who out of high school enlisted in the U.S. Army and served as a linguist in the 82nd Airborne Division. From there he attended West Point, go Army, before launching numerous innovative companies in the automotive and technology industries. Mr. Painter is the founder of Santa Monica-based Autonomy, the nation's largest electric vehicle subscription platform. Please welcome Scott Painter.
It was going to be a pretty cold day today, but I also think it's fitting that today happens on the week that we all go to vote, because it really is our duty. Given that to really honor and remember those that serve, we have to also think about those who have fought, those who still serve at ports and bases across America and across the world. We have to think about those who are missing and those who have given their lives in sacrifice so that each of us may find freedom, peace, and happiness. But to remember that freedom is not free. That statement, freedom is not free, is inscribed at the Korean War Memorial in Washington, D.C. It's a very, very important thing to remember. The uncommon courage and sacrifice that it takes means that words alone can never express our gratitude. Nothing is more important to the soul of America than remembering and honoring those who have served and given of themselves. So on this day, dedicated to the nation's veterans, we must remember the brave men and women who have, by their service, preserved our liberty, because veterans know better than anyone the price of freedom. They bear the scars of war. We can give them no better tribute than to cherish and protect what they have won for us. It's our duty. They've never let America down, and we can't ever let them down. So today, We lay wreaths, we have parades, we celebrate, and we say words of tribute for a reason. We must always remember, and we must be grateful as a nation that honors the valor, the bravery, the uncommon courage that our men and women in uniform represent. To all veterans, past and present, and to all those serving today, thank you for your service. Thank you for protecting our freedoms and putting yourself in harm's way to defend our way of life. It's because of you that America's best days are still to come. In parting, I'll once again thank Sankey for inviting me today. I'm really honored. This is the first time that I've spoken at a Veterans Day celebration. I've been to dozens of these things, and it really is touching. So my youngest son today asked me if I was going to be nervous to speak, and I said, I've never been asked to speak at one of these things, but I'm not nervous. He's an introvert. He said I would be terrified. But I got to tell you, walking in here and seeing everybody in uniform really sort of makes me feel good and feel very much at home. This is my community. I'm proud to hire veterans. I'm proud to give them every opportunity we can to partner with them. And when I think back on my life and my career and all of the skills that have helped me to succeed, I learned all of them in the Army. So for those of you who are just starting your journey, good luck, God bless. And for all of those of you who have served, thank you for your service. Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much, Scott. That really meant a lot, I think, to everyone here. Now, I'd ask you to please direct your attention to your left for our Junior ROTC Drill Team demonstration by John Monroe High School JROTC cadets. Thank you so much, cadets, for that amazing demonstration of focus and precision and discipline. And if any of you wonder what you can learn in the armed forces, you just saw a great demonstration of it. We'd now like to welcome Brigadier General John Cushing from Fort Knox, Kentucky. He too is a West Point graduate.
And when we rock the house with a little beat like this. Woo. Sir, Cadet Major Samantha Rodriguez requests permission to exit your drill space.
Permission granted.
Thank you, sir. On. Are you motivated? Yes, ma'am. Are you motivated? Yes, ma'am. Motivation check. Who won? Who's number one? Monroe. Monroe. Motivated. Motivated, dedicated, downright educated. You can check us out. Monroe, 23-year all-city champs. Who what?
Well, thank you so much for having me. I'll tell you what, I'm going to give you guys a second to get the future soldiers lined up here, if you don't mind. Okay, first of all, I want to thank all the, sir, thank you for having me, and ma'am, thank you for having me as well for today, and for all the veterans that are out there. Absolutely phenomenal to be amongst you. And I say amongst you because, frankly, I'm not where I am today, and I'm not able to enjoy the freedoms that we have today if it weren't for you. Because we walk in the shadows of giants amongst many of the veterans. I'm fortunate to live in this country today because of the past that many of you have chosen and the freedoms that you have defended for our country. And if you ever question whether or not we've got a bright future, I would just tell you that you look at the drill team that just competed and you look at these future soldiers that we're about to swear in, and you've got nothing to worry about. So what I need from you, so bottom line is that I need you, and if you're a veteran, or if you're associated with the United States military in any way, shape, or form, I need you to tell your Army story. Because in many cases, a lot of us are not just, this isn't just our only option to do things. This is our primary option, is to serve our country and to do what we do today. Frankly, many of us who joined in the military academy, we had lots of other opportunities, but we chose to serve our country because it's valuable. And many of you made and chose to serve your country and now are as a veteran. And so I need you to tell your Army story so we can educate the communities that's serving, whether it be in the police force or the fire department or in uniform and as a soldier in the United States Army, is important. And frankly, it's not just important, it's critical to our future. I know that we're watching what's happening overseas, and frankly, it's happening overseas, so it's not just in front of us. But frankly, we've got soldiers, and we got soldiers that are deployed. And ma'am, thank you for acknowledging the families. We've got families that are back here that are worried about their loved ones that are overseas. Our ultimate goal is, if we're called, we have enough soldiers to put on that battlefield to defend the freedoms that allow us to do what we're doing here today. And so again, I ask you, if you're a veteran or if you've served or if you have any association with the military, I need you to tell your Army story and at least make sure that individuals know that this is an option. So what I'm about to do is I'm going to swear in these future soldiers in front of you all. And why it's critical that I'm doing it in front of you all is that they're going to swear for the very freedoms that I swore when, back, I guess it was about almost 29 years ago today, or this year that we signed up and raised our right hands and swore to defend our Constitution as well. And that's what these fine young Americans are going to do. So I am so proud to be here today, to be amongst you, and so proud to see the next generation of future soldiers that we've got amongst you. So thank you very much for having me.
So let me thank you all again for being here today. There are so many people here. The last time we did this ceremony, there were so few of us. It's great to be here with everybody in support. Would like to thank Chris Baca from Meals on Wheels West for donating care packages for our veterans, and to Pacific Park for donating 200 free ride tickets to our military and veterans. Please feel free to pick those up at the tables. It says behind you, but I think it's these tables, not those tables. Thank you all very much. And now let's all please stand, and I'll tell you when you can sit this time, for the retrieving of the color guards, and stay afterward to enjoy a free concert by Rusty Delacroix. Thank you all very much.